transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Dance! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do thank you for joining us tonight, viewers, whether you are on your phone, your tablet, your computer, on your TV screen, whether you are traveling, you're home, you're downstairs, you're making a cook, you're making some hot roti in the kitchen, and you have your TV on the kitchen. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight. So, viewers, on our Facebook page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, you know, every night we always tell you to share our page. It is important to us and it is important to you, the viewers of Real Talk. On your way, the only way you can view us from traveling to and from work is on YouTube and Facebook. So on our Facebook page, viewers, we are live presently. Go on your phone, tablet, computer and share our Facebook live. On YouTube, it's TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell and you will know when we go live. So viewers, please share it for me and for you. Friends and family abroad, they're going to see Real Talk with Saieed Ali live, the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember that. So before we start our program tonight, viewers, I just want to encourage you, if you want to enjoy the benefit of your hard-earned cash, and you are not getting the interest in any other financial institution, contact Real Talk, viewers, Real Talk Financing. Set up an appointment, viewers. Remember that it is important to set up an appointment when you call the number. Come in, we will give you all the information that you need. Now, the good thing about this fixed deposit, viewers, is that you are getting your interest payment up front. Why are we doing this? Why are we the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago to do this? Here's the reason why. Many of us, when we open a fixed deposit, we open it for 10, 20, 30 years, so the funds would accumulate. Now remember this, viewers. We are not sure to live 10 years. We are not sure to live 20 years. We are not sure. So Real Talk Financing, Board of Directors, we came up with the idea that, you know what? We work hard and we make investment. And we would like to enjoy our investment. We would like to reap the benefit as soon as possible. So hence the reason why I came up with this idea. You know what? We're going to change the way fixed deposits operate in Trinidad and Tobago. In the financial in Trinidad and Tobago. So we decided, you know what? We're going to give you interest up front, so you can enjoy the benefit of your hard labor. Many of us work hard, we save our money, we put in our fixed deposit to let it mature. At the end of the maturity time, we get a lump sum. So like I always use an example. If you invest $100,000 for 5 years and over, now let's just say you put it for 5 years, you're getting 4% per year. In 5 years, you're going to accumulate $20,000. Now that $20,000, instead of you wait for the 5 years, we are giving you it up front. Once your check clear, we will give you that $20,000 up front, so you can enjoy the benefit of it. Yes, Trinidad and Tobago, you heard it from me, Saeed. And this is what we have been doing. Enjoy. Enjoy it. It's your money. You enjoy the benefit from it. And this is what we do. We make sure that you enjoy the benefit from it. So viewers, as we start our program tonight, we have a person of interest tonight. We're going to start out with the person of interest tonight. Let me get the thing hot. Alicia Megan Kesu. Honey, you and Real Talk Financing, Real Talk Group of Company, you all had an agreement. And it's too much a back and forth with you. The board of directors decide, you know what? We're going to put you on television. And there is nothing I can do about it. So if you know what is good for you, you own the company, come and pay the company, because they will continue running your pit here until the whole of Trinidad and Tobago, or let me use the perfect word, the entire population of Trinidad and Tobago going to know you're owing. And I don't think you want that stain on you. So the safest thing to do is to come in and pay them what you borrowed. It's that simple. I have no idea why people just run and... You see, the thing is, when I take money from Real Talk, or we lend you money, you feel you could run and hide, but you cannot run and hide. Some of you will get posted in the papers on a half page. Yes. So it's hundreds of thousands of people that have seen you one time. And then on Real Talk now, our show, we're going to post you on your show. So you get in view in the night, view the next day. And then the other night, we put it up again. So by a few days' time, the entire population will know that you're owing Real Talk. And how many of you want to hear your name owing Saeed? Because your neighbor going to know you're a bad payer. Your friends you're working with going to know that you're a bad payer. Now, very few people as owe Saeed, you know. Or Real Talk financing, you know. Very few people, you know. Those that want to play smart. But I'm going to tell you this. When you tell yourself you're outsmarting Saeed or Saeed company, no, you ain't doing me that. You making it bad for yourself. Because your brother and your sister won't give you no money. Your neighbors won't give you no money. Your friends wouldn't. They would think twice to lend you money. And this is how bad you are making it for yourself. But we Trinidad, and we don't think about it like that. But I will show you how to think. But nevertheless, moving along tonight, remember those of you having spiritual problems, you can also contact me at 339-1670 and we will deal with it. Also, I am buying US currency, viewers. Those of you who have friends and family abroad, you have US currency in the bank, you want to do a transfer, it's not a problem. We are paying 750 TT to 1 US. Remember that. Oh, and I just want to shout out my partner, a good friend of mine from Princeton Auto Spot, a car dealer. A special good night to him, Veda, his wife, children, and the entire family. So as we start off our program tonight, the Ministry of Health, Terence Singh, have confirmed that 2 more dengue-related deaths have been recorded, pushing the total to 11. The ministry also continued to encourage citizens presenting symptoms linked to the mosquito-borne illness to seek urgent medical attention. He also stated the authorities will continue to take necessary action, including penalizing homeowners for failing to clean their properties. So viewers, we are Real Talk here with Saeed. We are encouraging you to clean your home. This dengue mosquito, this insect, it could bite you, it could bite your wife, it could bite your son, your daughter, grandparents. And we don't want a repeat of COVID in Trinidad, but not COVID-19, but dengue. And we don't need that right now. So the safest thing to you, I mean, you might say, oh, is a mosquito, what that could do? Trust me, 11 people died from saying that's a mosquito, what that could do. 11 people died. So I will support the Ministry of Health. I will support the Minister Terence Singh. Buck up on yourself, otherwise you may lose someone in your family. Or maybe somebody next door. But this is for you. So as we move on our program tonight, Ministry of Education, Dr. Nian Gaspi-Dolly have stated that there is no delay in the distribution of school supplies and book grant. According to the ministry, there are 20,000 grants to be disbursed, which she admits is no simple process. Dr. Gaspi-Dolly noted that the payments are made daily and approximately 15,000 payments have already been disbursed. In the 2024 budget, Minister of Finance Clongenbert introduced a proportion to allocate school supplies and book grants of $1,000 to support financially disadvantaged students at both primary and secondary school levels. To ascertain eligible for this grant, the Ministry of Education has applicants to take a means test. parents and guardian earning a salary of $10,000 or less, parents of students with disabilities, and parents of students in receipt of a grant from the Ministry of Social Development and Family Service were eligible. On July 29th, the ministry said that during the week of August 5th, distribution of the book grant was successful. Applicants via direct deposit would have started. It also stated that starting on the week of August 12th, people without bank accounts who were carded to receive checks would have been contacted via email or telephone. There's one process going on there. Let's just hope that the government look for ways now to help more people, make more money. You know how the government making money? Introduce from license office, tint laws, ticket laws, demerit point laws, and we getting shaft left and right. But I have something to show you just now from tires from the port. Not the port, you know, the port and port of Spain. But we're moving on to that just now. We're going on to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali is defending the phased introduction of the new coat of arms, which will see Christopher Columbus tree ship replaced by the steel pan, as he slammed a newspaper editor for comparing that decision to a 34 million live sports scandal. In a post to his Facebook page, Dr. Rowley described the comparison as ridiculous. He said, he stands by the decision that the government and the leadership and rejected any similarities or equivalence between pushing on to a complete independence and this court confirmation of UNC mismanagement and corruption. In its editorial, the newspaper focused on the 2014 live sport fiasco, but brought the coat of arms change into the discussion to make a point about government officials spending taxpayers' money without accountability and consequences. Oh, let's listen to this.
And for logistical purposes, that will take place over a 6-month period, allowing us to consume the stationery and other things that we have in place and be replaced by our new intention. And that should signal that we are on our way to removing the colonial vestiges that we have in our Constitution. And I hope that we start with that and we end up getting up and no longer being squatters on the steps of the Privy Council.
Now Trinidad and Tobago. Rowley first announced the change on August 18th and said the new emblem will be in phase in over 6 months. This was not the first time that the PM had defended the decision, which left the population divided. Since the announcement, there have been those who agree and those who disagree, and those who agree but believe more could have been done. In 2003, the UN declared August 11th as World Steel Pan Day, although consideration that the national instrument, it wasn't until July it's designated, was officially recognized in the law books. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, government gives Trinbago, Port of Spain site for a new home. We'll continue this story when we come back.
Become a member of Real Talk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chagonas. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Investments and get 4% on interest, with interest payment being paid up front. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1666. Real Talk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Caller, good night. Hello? Caller, are you there? I guess we lost that. So, Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that the site for the abandoned Ricing Road, Port of Spain post office has been identified as a proposed permanent, specially designed location for Pan Trinbago headquarters. Now, the move seeks to settle long-standing question related to the aborted Pan Trinbago structure at Trin City, located on property given to the steel band body in 2001 by the Basdeo Pandey United National Congress administration. So Trinidad and Tobago, take a look at the abandoned site that was given by Basdeo Pandey. Now, we have a structure on this site. A structure on this site that was abandoned. Money spent, they didn't care where they get it from, but all they know, they had money to spend. So they put up a frame and they left it there. They left the frame right there. I don't know if who's supposed to get kickback, got kickback and didn't care to finish the project. Steel pan wasn't anything. They didn't consider it as music. They didn't care. Steel pan, there a barrel, there's a whole piece of tin and we don't need that. Today, today, our Prime Minister wants to put steel pan on the coat of arms and don't care what the rest of Trinidad and Tobago have to say. Now, this is the present Panchenbego building. This is the present building. Whoever bid, whoever got the contract, we didn't know who got kickback from who got what. That is the present site. Now, they want to use the old post office in downtown Port of Spain. Now, listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago. The government agreed to accept the proposal after speaking with Panchenbego, and was agreed that the cricket academy would be there and Panchenbego will get another location. So this location now, they want to put a cricket center there. A cricket center. How is this going to be there? Now listen. The site has recently been identified as a proposed venue for construction of a cricket academy funded by the India conglomerate Reliance Industry. So somebody from India now wants to build a cricket academy over there. A cricket academy over there. And they're going to move Panchenbego now to the old proposed post office site. Imagine that. So, listen to the government now accept the proposal.
For those of you who are not aware of it, a government of Trinidad and Tobago in attempting to promote and assist Panchenbego in the management of pan affairs had given the steel pan movement a plot of land out in the east just south of Trin City for a Panchenbego headquarters and possibly a business site. Panchenbego stepped out haltingly to do that, and I dare say it got not only stuck in the mud, but it literally became a national eyesore. Not too long ago, a very distinguished Indian firm, very deeply involved in cricket, and wanting to get involved to support West Indies cricket and their own venture, offered to partner with the government to create on that site a cricket academy, as now exists in Mumbai, in Maharashtra, in India. The government agreed to accept the proposal, and the government's contribution to that cricket academy, which we hope will come to fruition in the not too distant future, was to put in the land as requested. But to do so, we had to talk to Panchenbego and get them to agree to do an exchange where the government will get back that piece of land in that location, get involved with the cricket academy there, and do something for Panchenbego elsewhere.
So all of a sudden, he have to talk to Panchenbego. All of a sudden. It's sad, you know. It's sad. But listen to this. Rowley confirmed that the government and Panchenbego have agreed to a design for the headquarters building worthy of its location in the city of Port of Spain on Rising Road on the old post office site. Now look at this.
I can tell you, the executive of Panchenbego drives a hard bargain. We eventually agreed by negotiation between Panchenbego and the various government entities to give Panchenbego in return for the property out in the east, the site which is now the old post office, the abandoned old post office here in Port of Spain, where the mapping section exists in that old building which has been engineeringly condemned on Wrightsea Road. We are aiming to move the mapping section out to the east into a better location, secure and more user-friendly and fit for purpose. And on this site which Panchenbego will now have, the government has agreed not to leave Panchenbego on a site or in ownership of an abandoned condemned building. But as Minister for UDCOT, I was able to go to the cabinet and get cabinet's agreement. The last agreement was had a couple of weeks ago or thereabouts, where today I can tell you that the government and Pan Trinbago have agreed to a design for a headquarters building worthy of its location in the city of Port of Spain on Wrightson Road on the old post office site.
Building. Now Trinidad and Tobago addressing the plans to replace the Christopher Columbus ship on the coat of arms with a steel pan. The PM further added that this has generated a lot of conversation, not all of it good. Now, he said, at the end of the day, like independence, like other things that we don't absorb at the birth of pan on the national coat of arms will be a symbol of honor for the people. Now, viewers, that will be the new headquarters for pan. How much is it going to cost? Maybe a little over of $100 million. All the time, this government had no money to do absolutely nothing for Trinidad and Tobago. The corporation couldn't get funding to buy tires or to put diesel. But all of a sudden, $100 million came into play. Caller, good night. Caller, are you there? Stick a Gary click. Run the video. Listen to this, Trinidad.
Recently, I made an announcement of the government's intention to replace the caricatures of Columbus's ships on our coat of arms with the steel pan. And not surprisingly, it generated a plethora of conversations, not all of it good. But I'm sure that at the end of the day, like independence, like other things that we didn't absorb at their birth, the pan on the national coat of arms will be a symbol of honor for the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, Trinidad and Tobago, let me look at a little savings here now. Let me look at a little savings. The new proposed site for the Cricket Academy. The government could have allocated land elsewhere or close by and gave it to the business people in India who wants to form a cricket academy in Trinidad. This building that they have there now for Pan Trinbago, refurbish it, finish the structure. And I am definitely sure it is not going to cost $100 million. I am definitely sure. Caller, good night.
Very, very good evening to you, Mr. Saeed.
To you, my friend.
I am the caller and no credit for this, I just want to make my point. I have talked to every talk show over the years inquiring about that white elephant. Trinbago headquarters. I am the one who has been asking. I am the one who called various programs and suggested that we have a fixed date for election and we shouldn't be pulling out that from nobody's back pocket. We have a training academy, the Baranara Cricket Academy at Baranara.
Correct.
You all have some shame now, man. Remove your name from all this madness that is happening. That was supposed to be a training academy.
Correct.
And Roberts could explain everything for you so eloquently. But nevertheless, the man who is going to acquire the 50 acres of land and the building to complete it is none other than Mukesh Ambani. And we're going to build a cricket academy. Imagine we had one, or we have one, for so much years.
Correct.
Over budget. And we're not making use of that. We're going to make use of this one. We are no shame. And all we studying about removing the three ships of the coat of arms. Right? And according to you, Mr. Saeed, please spare me tonight. According to you, we don't have money to buy the chemicals to spray for dengue.
True.
The insect vector headquarters is in a mess, infested with snails.
Correct.
All kind of trays and vehicles, bringing wrong for mosquito. But here we're finding over $100 million to build Pan Trinbago headquarters. Right? If the hospital was working good, then the hospital that was on command in the country, right? The control. Yes, you could change the whole coat of arms and you could do what you want. But we're in a very, very bad state. And all these people is looking to spend wastefully all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, one more time before we go for a break, we have our persons of interest. Alicia, Megan, Queso, please get your act together. You own Real Talk financing. Come pay them the money. Come pay them the money. Before they carry it to court, and you will end up spending double or triple the amount. Because we ain't putting out no money from our pocket to pay lawyer, you know. That will come on you. And however they take action, it will be all on you. And this is what I tell people. You want the money borrowed, it's not a problem. We give you the money. We give you the money. Now you vex with us now to give us back our own money. This is what I love about Trinidadian people. We have to beg them for our own money. But when you needed, you came. When you needed a favor, you got it. Now we had to light you up now, take back our own money. And I will do that with anybody, because if the boss say pull you up, we pull you up. And that is the reality of it. But nevertheless, call a good night.
Hi, good night, Saeed, and good night to your listening and viewing public. Saeed, I want to make a contribution. I want to debate a little bit. Now, what the citizens of this country should have been doing and asking the government to change or make amendments. They should make requests to make the amendments to the Workmen's Compensation Act and the Severance Benefits Act. Now, the thing about it is that we continue to spend all this amount of money in this span, and we're talking about the coat of arms, right? This
Yes.
is going to cost over hundreds of millions of dollars
Correct.
to get this thing done. When people who are working and contributing towards paying taxes for this country
Correct.
get these things going, when people die, based on the Workmen's Compensation Act, they get little or nothing. I want to just tell you a little something there. The incident that happened at Barrier Fuel, where those 4 divers have lost their lives,
True.
based on the Workmen's Compensation Act, do you know what the deceased family is going to get? They are going to get 38 months salary. 38 months salary. That is what the Workmen's Compensation Act says. Now the Severance Benefits Act, that does all need to be changed, because these things have happened since 1979. Saeed, 1979 to now.
Yes, it's a long time.
What it is that they're going to get Saeed, they need to go in the parliament and review and make amendment to this thing, so when people die, the family can be adequately compensated.
I understand.
They can live a good and decent life. You know, we don't know what we want in this country. Things of importance, we just put it under the carpet. But things like the pan change and all this kind of craziness, this is what we want to tolerate and condone. Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. We have a call on the line? So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. When we come back, Ramsey Moore unveil a $120 million plan for the new Trinbago headquarters after this break.
Become a member of Real Talk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chagonas. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Investments and get 4% on interest, with interest payment being paid up front. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1670. Real Talk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chagonas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball, and you need a clear path forward. Trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
So welcome back, viewers. Remember, we at Real Talk Financing, we are offering you 4% on a fixed deposit with the interest payment up front. So let me reiterate a little bit on this. When you open a fixed deposit with us, instead of waiting a lengthy period of time for that to mature, we are giving you the interest up front. There are no other financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago that is doing that. We want you to enjoy the benefit of your interest of your hard earned. Yeah. So contact us, set up an appointment, and you'll get more information. So here at Trinidad and Tobago, remember also, before I go into the story, remember also we are buying US currency. So if you have cash, you have it in the bank, you have friends, family outside of Trinidad and Tobago, it's not a problem. We can make arrangement. We are paying $7.50 TT to 1 US. Remember that. Pan Trinbago President Beverly Ramsey Moore has unveiled a $120 million project for a new headquarters of the steel pan in Port of Spain. Listen to this.
Pan Trinbago had to negotiate hard. Over 20 years suffering in the wilderness down the road. Our business on the waterfront is to ensure that we have additional revenue streams. We'll be right there, as you know, it's the center place for business, the cruise ships coming in, the entertainment space, and all of that. And I think it will be another glorious day for PAN. And we want to say to the government of Trinidad and Tobago, we appreciate all that you have done.
Call like a night.
Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend, you're live.
Saeed. There's a village called Prisal in central Trinidad. The children do not have a primary school. The primary school was condemned because it was decades old. The UNC started to build a school. All the heavy iron structure was put in place. After 9 years, the PNM still cannot find money to build a school for the children of Prisal. But they are going to find money to build a place for PAN.
Correct.
You know, Eric Williams had a problem once, and people protested when he was going to do the racetrack. He was putting horses before houses. You might remember that in the 1980s. Horses before houses, and people had to protest. So we have a government now that's putting PAN before children. On Ramsey Moore, I don't know if you heard us compare the steel band with the TASA and how that issue was towards Indians and the TASA. She said that you could play the national anthem on a pan, but you can't play TASA on a pan. I wonder why she didn't say you could play the national anthem on a pan, but you can't play the national anthem on African drums. The thing about it, she does not even know the basics. TASA and African drums, those are rhythm instruments. You can't play a tune on rhythm instruments. You have to play it on instruments that can play notes, but she doesn't even know that, but she went off in a very nasty way about the Tassa, how she could compare the two and Tassa. I'll show you a plate. Anyway, so one quick point I wanted to make, just to deviate a bit into the politics. Yeah, Kamala decided that she will no longer apparently have any alliance with Gary Griffith. I just want to tell you something. A senior man in the NTA, a fellow named Russell Chan, made the point recently that the NTA Gary Griffith party is targeting to win 2 seats. 2 seats they want to win, and they are praying that there will be a tie between the UNC and the PNM. And Gary Griffith will come with his 2 seats, and he will negotiate to be the prime minister with his 2 seats. So Kamala could get into power with his 2 seats, but Gary Griffith will be the prime minister. I'm asking UNC people and everybody else, do you want Gary Griffith to be prime minister? Is that a way to become getting into politics and to become prime minister? We have a right to dump Gary Griffith. Thank you. Good night, Saeed.
Thank you, my friend. So let's hear this now. Hear this. Ramsey Moore. She also stated that next week during a joint press conference with the PM, the completion date will be rolled out. Addressing the recent debate over whether the Tassa was also worthy of being put on the coat of arms alongside the PAN, she said, to prove a point, bring the Tassa on stage to play the national instrument and to bring the steel pan. Who will play the national anthem, the Tassa or the steel pan? Listen to this, we go talk after.
I am not getting into any toss-up with any Tassa who. Because all I have to prove my point is to bring the Tassa on stage to play the national instrument and to bring a telephone and to play the national instrument for me. Which one will you play? Who will play the national anthem, the Tassa or the steel pan? And then we will have a shootout between a Tassa group and Desperados.
So Mrs. Ramsey Moore, if that is how you distinguish the pan from the Tassa, go back to school. Because you and Erla are making no sense. No sense whatsoever. It's sad to see an educated woman stand on a platform and introduce 2 instruments of Trinidad and Tobago population and ask which one will play the national anthem. For a big president like you to condemn instruments in Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something, you should be in school learning English language all over again. All over again. It's sad. It's sad to see leaders like themselves condemn instrument in Trinidad and Tobago. It's sad. And I, on a live television program, telling you to go back to school again. Stop condemning. As people like Olia so, this cause division. It has caused division. Before you look at the history of both items, or both instruments as we would say, you want to say which one played the national anthem? Really? How sad of you to educate Trinidad and Tobago like that. How sad. How stinking sad. The best you they say, let we put pan on the pavement and put us on the pavement and see who go fight. And we taking it out on the pavement. It better they do like the Prime Minister. When they tell him, we will take it out on the pavement. What a big clown. So right there and then now, you're causing a division between the steel pan players and the tassa drummers. Damn, lady, you did a fine job there. A fine job you did there. And you the president of what? Trinbago? And you condemning our other item, our other instrument right in Trinidad? It's sad to know that's how you think. About 2 items or 2 instruments in Trinidad. It's stinking sad. How old are you? Trying to make all know how old she is? But then again, that's the kind of talk we just get from we so-called leaders. We so-called leaders. It's sad to see. It's sad to say you address a crowd and speak in a manner like that for an educated woman. It's really sad. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, we're going for a commercial break, but when we come back, you're going to hear from the robots in the health sector after this.
Become a member of Real Talk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chagonas. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Investments and get 4% on interest with interest payment being paid up front. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1670. Real Talk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chagonas or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
have a person of interest, Alicia Megan Queso. I was asked by the board to make sure and put her on television. So, Miss Megan, please, you know you own the company. If you do not want this to continue for the rest of the week or into next week, please get in touch with the company, give them an exact date when you're coming, and don't let it pass, because they will take action against you. Remember that. So if you all remember, Real Talk Finance and Investment, we are offering you 4% on fixed deposit. Like I said, we want you to enjoy the benefit of your hard-earned labor, meaning interest upfront on your fixed deposit. You don't have to wait until it matures. You're getting the interest upfront. Now, you can open a fixed deposit with any amount. With any amount. To get 4%, have to be 5 years and over. Under 5 years, there are different rates. So remember that, viewers. We are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago is doing that. Remember that. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said. Great program as usual.
Thank you, my friend.
I don't like to call people idiots, but when you hear a man like Idi Amin brother, Rowley, is saying steel pan is associated with no ethnic group, Indian or African or Chinese. I have to call this man an idiot, you know. From the moment you hear about doubles, dalpuri, bus-up shot, and duck, that associated with a particular ethnic group called the Indians.
True.
If you hear about pilau, roast bird food on coal pot, that's associated with a particular ethnic group. So to come and say that you're not going to associate steel pan with any particular ethnic group, that will be idiotic thinking. When you talk about TASA, you associate TASA with the Indians. So this is a big, what he is doing is tell the citizens how much money is going to cost to change those ships from the quota farms. That's what the citizens want to know.
Exactly.
Rubbish. And that Ramsey Moore lady, Buxy Sharp, Jet Samaru, all of them play steel pan with TASA. TASA is a rhythm instrument lady. And Rowley, TASA is a rhythm instrument. So they play steel pan with TASA together with TASA. And if you hear it song, so I don't see
it
what
sounds sweet, yes.
Yes. It's a big bubble that they want to put down on the citizens of this country, and a distraction from the real issues that is taking place in this country. Mr. Said, great program. God bless. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, my friend. When Real Talk Union had its opening on the 5th of August, we had TASA and steel pan. TASA, steel pan, and I believe was drum also. Yeah, we had it in South on the opening. No criticism. No criticism for an instrument that is being played in Trinidad and Tobago. So reference to what Miss Moore said, let me tell you something. You're creating a division you don't want to start. Trust me. Because when I start lighting you up on this program, you ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it. And for a Trinidadian to start going down that road, trust me, you have a side on your case. You don't want side on your case. Caller, good night.
Yes, hi, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Said, I want to ask you a question, right?
Talk to me.
Tell me something, right? If it is Trinidad hosts a steel pan competition, right? With all the countries in the world that deal with steel pan, you think Trinidad will win that competition?
Nope.
No,
I am telling you no.
Right. My next question is, every time this Prime Minister we have here come on our platform and he's decided to give away taxpayers' money, why the figure is always $100 million? I don't know. I asked him a question here because apparently that the figures they just play with where they can jump out and throw away and all kind of
Thank you very much.
Because the man give the defense force $100 million. I don't know where that money goes. Like taxpayers' money. Now we come in and the boy eat pension, they go $100 million. Like $100 million given away every time you go on a platform.
120 million to be exact.
And I'm trying to figure this thing out. It's not PNM money, like taxpayers' money.
Correct.
Why are you on a PNM platform to talk this rubbish? That is not PNM money. Let me tell you something, guys. That's plenty things. These people are the answer for it, and the opposition are doing their work because they were doing their job. They would have them answer for a lot more things.
Well said.
Going on in the country.
Well said.
I don't know, I don't know. To me, every time I see this man come on a platform with some kind of madness going on in the country, and everything now adding up no more. Any outside, you enjoy it.
Thank you, my friend. The introduction of 8 robots to the Trinidad and Tobago healthcare system has been stirring up conversations. Some have welcomed the move, while others are fearful. No, I would say we welcome the move. Moving with technology, we welcome the move. I personally welcome the move. But their questions need to be answered. Nothing wrong with asking questions, which we will be looking for answers for. Now, the health ministry said that a robot can record patients' temperature, monitor virtuals, provide information about the ministry, and even facilitate remote communication between staff and patients. The robot was funded by India UN Development Partnership Fund. Robot-assisted surgeries have been performed in Trinidad and Tobago before, and many local surgeons have also undergone training for the same. At the handing over ceremony, PAHU, Pan American Health Organization representative to Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Gabriel, said, Rwanda concluded the robots have valued role. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, I welcome the move. I welcome the move. But their questions need to be answered. And I hope the Ministry of Education will have answers for these questions. Now, we welcome the move that the robots can record patients' temperature, monitor vitals, provide information about the ministry, and even facilitate remote communication between staff and patient. We welcome the move. Just like any other country who would welcome the move. They know China as the biggest tech giants in the world, and they welcome technology from China. So we are at a stage right now, we want to see the development of these robots as we go into the days and weeks coming. I am not going to judge it, I welcome it. So we are just going to wait and see. So viewers, we have about 2 minutes in our program tonight. I just want to reiterate with you the importance of opening a fixed deposit, the importance of getting your interest up front. Although, those of you looking for cash borrow is not a problem. I'm a licensed money lender. Everybody knows that. We have Real Talk Financing, where you could open a fixed deposit. We have Real Talk Credit Union, number 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shoguners, and 25 Cipero Street in San Fernando. We also have 32 Victoria Village in San Fernando, a loan center. Also, viewers, visit us, inquire. Also, those of you who want to open a credit union account, go on to the Real Talk Credit Union Facebook page. There are all the requirements pinned to the top of the page. Remember that, viewers. And I also want to let you understand, Real Talk Finance, we are investing. We are investing. We, from the financial sector in Trinidad and Tobago, we have finance companies setting up in Guyana also. Very soon will be Grenada, Barbados. I'm already in talks with certain people across there. I won't call name. And after that, we head into Dubai. So viewers, until we meet again, I am Saieed Ali saying good night.